Welcome to the third episode of the Call of Duty 4 Comprehensive Sniping Guide, where we cover tactical sniping in some more depth. Hey guys, this is Arch, and we are back with the next part of the Comprehensive Sniping Guide. So now we are moving on to tactical sniping, and the techniques that you need to know if you want to tactical snipe effectively. So the first one I'm going to show you is positioning. So you might not think it, but a tactical sniper needs to have really good positioning. For example, right there, I had bad positioning. I didn't have much cover. I was standing pretty much in the middle of the road. All I had between me and that guy was a car, and it was quite far away from me. That's not ideal. So a place like this is a good place for a tactical sniper to be. You're minimizing how much of your body is shown to the enemy, and you have the best view of the enemy possible. And since you have a more precise weapon than them, you will generally be able to triumph in battles like that. Yeah, so right there, that was also another example of bad positioning. Say here, this would be pretty decent positioning. I have this car in front of me, so it's about to blow up, so you want to get away from it. Like right there, if they'd stayed behind that wall, that would have been excellent positioning. That's really great. That alley and that wall is one of the best places to snipe traditionally or tactically on this whole map. So you know, right here you want to reveal as little of your body to the enemy as possible. So ideally you'd want to just peek out so they can see your head, and that's about it, because then they have an extremely small target to hit. And the next technique that is really helpful with tactical sniping is drag scoping. So drag scoping is basically the act of scoping in as close as you can to what you want to hit. So say I want to hit this blue, like, aircon vent or whatever it is. So I just want to scope in as close as I can to it. You want to hit shift or whatever your hold breath key is as soon as you scope in. And then you want to whip your crosshair across onto it and shoot. So when you start off, you probably won't be so good at it, so you'll probably be doing things like this. But then as you get better at it, you'll be able to really whip your crosshair across the screen. And this will greatly help with tactical sniping, because you can acquire a target and hit them a lot faster. That was abysmal aim, like that. So in the end, you'll be able to do things like that, and if I wasn't using the M40 there, I probably wouldn't have hit marker and I would have killed him. So this basically just allows you to acquire targets faster, and it generally increases the speed of your sniping. That wasn't drag scoping, that was a variant of quick scoping there. Alright, so those are the main two techniques for tactical sniping. And now we'll move on to the practice section. So if you want to practice drag scoping, or indeed any sniping techniques, I would suggest this mod that I'm using right now, called PEZbot. I've done another video on it if you want to check that out. It's basically a mod that adds bots to Call of Duty 4. And it just really helps with practicing in general. So I greatly recommend that. The download link is in the description. Alright, so if you want to practice, you could get PEZbot, or if you have a friend that's willing, you can practice with them. Just create a private match, go in, and then well, when you start off, you might want them to just stand somewhere, but if you're doing that, you could just do it by yourself. And ideally, you'd have them running around and get them to play normally, but tell them to go easy on you. So a way to practice is just go onto any map, you know, say find an object like that dustbin. So you just want to like mess up your aim, so you're not aiming at it, and then just scope in, drag onto it, shoot. And you can basically do that with any object around, like there's those. satellite dishes, these things. That was abysmal deagle aim. Wow, fail knife. So yeah, you can do that on any map, basically any object that you can find, and that will help you improve. So I also suggest the red explosive barrels if you can find some, like the ones on District, and they're on a few maps around, but they're not that common. So then as you get better at drag scoping, you'll be able to drag scope objects that are farther and farther away, like say that thing. But also don't be discouraged if you can't actually just kind of stop on an object, like just kind of snap to it and stop on it, because you can drag scope just as well if you learn to generally this is harder, but I guess some people would find it easier. So if you learn to just drag your scope across an object, shoot at the right moment, and then keep dragging it across. And that's the other way you can do it. So just drag it across like that, and as you get faster, like that. So mastering both of them is what I would suggest, because it'll help you be a more effective sniper overall. But you don't have to, you can make do with just either one of them. But the main thing, positioning, drag scoping, if you get those down, you have the tools to be an effective traditional tactical sniper. And then the rest, that's up to your aim. Alright, so thanks for watching the third video in our comprehensive Call of Duty 4 sniping guide. I hope you enjoyed. Hey guys, this is Arch. Sorry, I just missed one technique in the tactical sniping section. So this will help for tactical sniping and traditional sniping, though it'll be more important for a tactical sniper. So basically, I'm not exactly sure what you would call it, but you basically, when you go prone and then you come up with your scope up. So you know you're ready to shoot and your enemy doesn't know where you are. So it's very effective and it's useful at mainly longer ranges. It's not so useful in really close range like this. I will try and get in a long range engagement here. So you want just a piece of cover, go prone, hold shift, with your scope up, you come up. I'm doing abysmal. I'm giving you an abysmal example here. Yeah, you go prone, scope in, hold shift, come up, shoot. That's basically all it is. And this is more of a situational technique. It's not something that'll help you overall, but it can be useful. So it's a good thing to know about, at least. So yep, that's that. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you in some way. Next up, we're going to cover aggressive sniping in some more depth, and other than that, have a nice day.